Hey, Tab Brothers here, and in this video we've been going through our comments and we saw that there were a lot of guys who need to cut fat in order to get in better shape for parkour, and they were wondering what could they do either with their nutrition or their workouts. So in this video we're going to talk about how you can start cutting fat within the next 9 days by simply avoiding this one harmful ingredient.
So what is this harmful ingredient? Well, this ingredient has been linked to lower testosterone levels, also lower growth hormone levels. So that means if you're looking to develop strength and muscle, especially for parkour, if you're consuming this one ingredient, it's going to hold you back a lot in that area. Also, it's been shown to be highly addictive. Some studies even say it's just as addictive as hardcore drugs like cocaine and heroin. So not only is it bad for your body, it's super addictive. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons why it's one of the biggest causes for obesity in children and adults, because it's so addicting. So what is this ingredient? It's refined sugar. Now, most of us have heard about sugar and know it's pretty bad for us, but you might not realize how much sugar is hidden in some foods that are touted as healthy and just foods at your grocery store. And I'm going to show you some great examples here in just a few seconds. But first, what is refined sugar and really what makes it so bad? Well, refined sugar is a lot different than sugars you find in fruits and things like this, things found naturally with their whole product. So like a banana here, it's totally different. So what refined sugar is it's taken from either, usually it's beets or cane, which is like a stalk. They harvest it and they process it very heavily. So it's taken from the fields, then it's heated up to very high temperatures, and what happens here is while it's being heated up and gone through this processing stage, the nutrients are stripped from the sugar, and what you're left with is just sugar without the essential vitamins and minerals. In fact, when we consume sugar, because it's missing these essential vitamins and minerals, when we consume it, our body has to digest it, and to digest it properly, it has to pull essential vitamins and minerals from our own body. So what this makes sugar is an anti-nutrient. We actually lose vital nutrients when we consume sugar. So when we're eating this, it's basically just a poison to our body. And it actually was classified as a poison back in 1957 by Dr. William Martin. So let me just show you some quick examples of things that you'll find with this refined sugar. And some of these might surprise you because some of these are actually healthy foods, at least I thought. And I've been fooled before too. So first, of course, you got your candy here. Definitely don't want any of that. That's an easy one. We all know this pretty much. But then you have cereals. Organic oat and honey granola here. You would think, oh, this is great. And even cereals are touted, as great foods for breakfast. But most cereals have tons of sugar in them. And this one actually doesn't have too much for cereal, but it still has 14 grams for just half a cup. And I know I eat a big ass bowl, so I'd probably eat a lot of sugar. So check your cereals. Cereals usually have lots of sugar in it. Another thing, I was fooled with this for a long time. Peanut butters, things like this. You see, these look pretty much the same here. I actually went to the Sprouts and I checked these out. I actually picked up this originally. Totally didn't even look at the back. I just assumed it, didn't have sugar or anything. But you look at the back, peanuts and cane sugar. So that's still processed sugar right there. Really bad for you. So you want to go with the peanut butters. Look on the back here. Always look at the ingredients. Roasted peanuts and salt. So that's what you're looking for. Now, big one where a lot of us get sugars and we don't realize it. Barbecue sauces, salad dressing, things like this. If you look at this barbecue sauce here, might be hard to see here, but 13 grams of sugar with just, a couple teaspoons, or maybe that's tablespoons. So, a lot of us like to throw on sauces and things like that. Even ketchup usually has some sugar in it. Another thing is breads. Some breads will have these sugars in it. Another big one, fruit juices. I know I always used to think fruit juices were awesome, but usually fruit juices are processed pretty heavily and they're also full of sugar, and you're just getting the juice. So you're not getting, just like we were talking about with the whole fruit, we're getting the essential vitamins and minerals from the fibers and different things in the whole fruit. But with fruit juice, you're just getting the juice and the sugar. So if you look at here, 22 grams of sugar per serving. So be aware of that as well. When you're drinking any type of beverage, just go with water. It's much easier. So what about artificial sweeteners? Are these just as bad as sugars? Well, we answer that question on our resources page down below. And on this page, we have tons of different resources as far as studies, also articles over things like this, so you can click that down below and check that out. So back to sugar, you want to eliminate this as much as possible. So be vigilant, read the labels, really cut this out, because like we were talking about, it makes a big difference. There was actually an article in the Huffington Post. They had children in elementary schools, and all they did, they cut out refined sugar that was added on top. So they even kept the same caloric intake during this time. And so what they did was, for instance, some kids were eating a pastry with this refined sugar for breakfast. Well, they substituted it with just a bagel. And now a bagel is probably not the best thing that you could substitute with, but they just did that. And these kids saw amazing results. Just in 9 days, kids were showing results of boosting metabolism. Their metabolism rates were going higher. Also, they were losing weight. I think some of them lost 2 pounds in like 9 days. So start being vigilant, look at the label, check that out, and I want you to do this. So in the next 30 days, you know, a New Year's resolution for you. Next 30 days, cut out sugar and see how it affects you. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna be happy with the results you get by cutting this out. So as always, train safe. Remember, we have a resources page down below where we have awesome articles, extra content, extra videos that you can check out over nutrition that will help with parkour. Also, we have some extra workouts in there too that I know you're gonna like. So make sure to check out the resources page, and I'll see you in the next video.